Hello, and welcome VAVA third grade students to my homeroom orientation video. I am so excited for the 2017-2018 school year to begin, as I love teaching VAVA students. The purpose of this video is to introduce myself to you and share some important information for both returning families, welcome back, and new families, welcome aboard.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Morley and I will be your third grade homeroom teacher. This means that I'm your main point of contact. I'm here to support you if you have any questions or concerns this school year. I am the primary person that you'll be in communication with through email about progress and attendance expectations and so much more. I will share my contact information at the end of this video. I always do my best to respond and serve families as promptly as possible. Additionally, I am your third grade math teacher, which is so exciting because I love math. We also have Mrs. Gill, who will be your third grade reading teacher, and Mrs. Yap, who will assist in both subjects. We are also the teachers that you are going to see in your Class Connect sessions. I am so excited to get started and provide you with some very valuable information.
Let me tell you a little about myself. I live in a tiny town in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains with my husband, Matt, who is a designer. We are originally from Tampa, Florida. We have one kiddo named Roman, who is also almost 2. We have a little wiener dog named Vienna. I think you'll get a chance to know both Roman and Vienna well through our Class Connect sessions. Our favorite thing to do together is to spend time outdoors cheering on our favorite sports teams. We love college football, War Eagle, and cheering on the Tampa Bay Lightning. So let's get started. Where to begin? It can be very overwhelming starting off the school year, especially if you are new to a virtual school. But let me say this, you are not alone. Don't worry, there are hundreds of other VAVA families schooling like this across the state of Virginia. And after all, that is why I'm here. The first step is to attend a mandatory learning coach orientation, as this provides new learning coaches with an overview of Virginia Virtual Academy. If you have not attended a learning coach orientation yet, please do this as soon as possible. Next, I recommend to all my families every year to take time to set up a workspace for you to learn each and every day, a place where you have all of your needed materials accessible and are excited to start and finish your school day. Next, please take approximately 15 minutes to complete the Back to School Google survey, as this is an important piece in getting to know you and your family. The link to the survey is included in my welcome letter and email. While you are working on all of these things, I will be calling each family to briefly say hi to every student in my homeroom and to answer any questions they have. Additionally, on this phone call, I will ask each parent a few questions about their student and focus on answering any questions they may also have. This phone call is a brief check-in and should take about 15 minutes or less, depending on the number of questions you need answered. You will not need to be by your computer for this one. Start jotting those questions down as they come up. Lastly, please schedule a student quick check through an online sign-up called Sign Up Genius. The link is included in my welcome letter and email. These quick checks will take place on a day and time that you select. The quick check will occur in Blackboard with the teacher and student after most of our connection calls are complete. We need each student to promptly arrive at their chosen time on the selected day and to be prepared to use their microphone and webcam, as we will be listening to each student read independently and complete some math problems independently as well. This future meeting will take approximately 30 minutes, and the purpose is for your teacher, both Mrs. Gill in reading and myself, Mrs. Morley in math, to see what your strengths and weaknesses are at the beginning of third grade. We will do our best to determine what instruction you need throughout the school year and to meet your learning needs. It is also best practice for Class Connect sessions since you will log into Blackboard and use some of your tools there. So let's talk about student materials. You are able to check on your student materials in the online school, or OLS, in the event that your materials have not yet arrived, which is A-okay. I bet they're on their way. First, log into the online school, or OLS. Please click on My Info first in the Quick Links box. Then you can click on Orders to view more information about K-12 shipping your materials to you. I wanted to make everyone aware that the third grade history course for this year is all online in the online school. So you will not receive any history materials in the mail. If you are concerned about your materials, please communicate this to me in your connection call. I will also be sharing the K-12 customer support number once more towards the end of this slide. Next up is requirements. I am going to share some important information and expectations with you on this slide. Here at Virginia Virtual Academy, each student is required to log 990 total hours every school year. You will document these hours in the OLS. Each week, learning coaches will enter up to 8 hours per week for PE, or physical education, as this is an on-your-own course listed in the OLS. There are not any lessons in the online school. PE hours include, but are not limited to, bike riding, exercise classes, exercise videos, nature walk, gymnastics, organized sports practices, and so much more. It is a good idea to break up your day with some planned active time to serve as a brain break. I recommend entering approximately 1 hour per school day. Each week, students are allowed to enter up to 8 hours of supplemental activities per week. These are the extra things that you are probably already doing, such as going to an educational outing, such as a children's museum or zoo, visiting the local library, watching a supplemental educational video, completing an optional project, or even following a recipe to bake cupcakes. Yum! I highly recommend that you take those 8 hours each week. The other component that makes up the 990 hours is your coursework. After each lesson you complete, you will be prompted to enter the attendance. Choose the preset amount of time when prompted if it took your child this long to complete or less. If it took your child more time to complete the lesson, then adjust the time accordingly. If you choose to begin working in the OLS or offline before August 28th, the first day of school, you will need to keep track of your attendance hours and then enter them in the OLS on the first day of school. Please keep track of those hours on your own. iReady testing will begin September 5th and end on September 15th. During this time, it is required for each student to complete the math and reading iReady tests independently. We encourage parents to discuss the importance of the test as well as good test-taking strategies, such as taking your time, eliminating wrong answers, and taking breaks throughout the test. Then we advise parents to help their students get logged in and walk out of the room, allowing the student to do their best on their own. This is a very important piece of the iReady testing. I know how hard it can be to want to read that one word aloud or emphasize how to follow directions, but this is actually not helpful as we need to know what your students can do on their own. We recommend the student take reading on one day and math on a separate day. This test is adaptive, so it will adjust the level as students progress. Again, we want to know your child's strengths and weaknesses. It is also important that your child show growth from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, so we need an accurate picture of where your student really is during this time. We will use this information as well as the information gathered in our quick checks to determine what your students' strengths and weaknesses are and how best to meet their individual educational needs throughout this school year. We will also be sending more information and host an info session on iReady testing on a further date. This year, we are requiring students to use microphones and webcams in each class session and throughout the school year. We feel this is a very important piece in connecting with students and understanding their abilities virtually. Being with students in class is my absolute favorite part, so I really value being able to see and hear them each day we meet. So, what's next? On this slide, I will explain what to do as you wait for your connection call for school to begin on August 28th. Please make sure you have logged in as the learning coach. I recommend checking your email and phone contact to ensure everything is up to date and accurate. Additionally, allow your student to log in themselves. As soon as you can, please complete the Welcome to Online Learning course or Back to Online Learning course. Be sure to keep track of your attendance hours between August 14th and August 28th, so you can enter them on the first day of school. It will also be helpful to create a folder on your desktop or laptop for you to store some tips and tricks to make this year smooth and strong. Both Mrs. Gill and myself will be sending out some emails with attachments that you might want to reference throughout the year. So here is my contact information. First of all, I wanted to get you the customer K-12 support. You can always log on to the website, www.help.k12.com, to receive support with materials and even technology questions. In order to contact me, email is your best option. I check email consistently throughout the day. It is amorley@vavirtual.org. Additionally, if you would like to call, my number is listed below. Generally, you'll be prompted to leave a voicemail. In this case, I ask that you allow up to 24 hours for me to return your call. Something urgent, of course, you can go ahead and send me a text. I am so excited to be on this educational journey in third grade together. I'm so eager to see what this year holds for you and your family. Do not hesitate to reach out if you may need me this school year. I look forward to meeting and working with each of you, beginning with your connection call, survey, and quick check. Thank you for watching this video. Happy learning!